Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of our van build. So in this video we go into more detail about the electrical system because that's all hooked up. We finish the cabinetry, we install the galley kitchen, we do the painting. I've started cutting out the foam and doing the upholstery for the lounge area here. So yeah, you'll see it all. If you have any questions, leave them below. Pretty excited because our fridge arrived yesterday. It's massive. We're really hoping that there's a whole ton of padding and storage in there because it needs to fit in that tiny box just there. We also got a delivery. We got our inverter. We've got our 2 Sirocco fans and a whole box. We've got switches, power points. I think that's a fuse board. I'm not really sure what a lot of this is. It's for Cam to figure out. Oh, and these are lights. They're cool, so they're gonna go on the ceiling. That'll look really good. So all starting to come together.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is using a washer with a hole in it and a pencil to make a template for my curved angles here. It's going to fit the contours of the wall. So I've done that for this cabinet and the cabinet that's holding the electrical and the bookcase. And it simply just creates the correct angle for each different section of the van. So you just use the washer to create the correct line, and then you just use your jigsaw to cut the line. And generally it's not going to be one long line, generally it's little cuts, and you make little cuts until you get the correct angle. You just keep doing it. Ready?
Cam started installing some security locks so that when we're on the road, everything stays shut on the cabinetry. So I just thought I'd show you. So on the toilet door, he hasn't finished installing the back. He's just doing that now. We've got one of these locks. So you can see it comes out there. That's super secure. So Cam has installed these security locks on these cabinets at the top. So there's a handle, a security lock, and on the inside there are some magnets as well. The magnets aren't as strong as what we thought, so that's why Cam's put these extra security locks on. So this top one is going to be our toiletries cabinet, and then this bottom one is for more like olive oil, balsamic vinegar, more pantry items. And he's put these chains on it here to stop it falling and hitting the cabinetry. In the van we installed 2 Sirocco swivel fans. So my parents actually have these in their boat and they're really amazing. They swivel out, they go up and down, there's different speeds and a timer on them so you can actually set how long they're on for. So we got 2 in the van, 1 on each side, so there's lots of airflow through the back. So today I'm going to be sanding and varnishing the counter bench tops and the cupboard doors for on the front of where the bathroom is. We have been using the Cabinet's bench top clear, so this is actually kitchen grade varnish, and it's a satin finish, so not glossy because we don't really like that look. So all the wood in the van is going to have that finish, except for the side walls, which I'm actually going to paint in like a, you know, a regular household paint that has the wash and wear, because obviously Flynn loves to throw food everywhere, so we need to make sure that everything can be wiped down and is really easy to clean. So with the bench tops, our gas cooktop arrived, so Cam was able to actually cut out I'll show you, the holes for both the gas cooktop and the sink. So he's fit it to the shape of the van. You can see the slight curve at the back. So we're just going to sand it with 240 grit sandpaper, and then do some coats of varnish on it. And then this is the side piece over here that actually slots in here. So we're going to do both of them. On these countertops, we'll probably do probably 2 coats, probably like 5 or 6 coats of varnish, so that because they'll be getting wet, because obviously it's in the, you know, the where we're going to be cooking and everything, washing dishes and stuff like that. We need to make sure that it's really, really sealed. On all of this kind of wood, we'll probably only do like 3 or 4 coats of varnish. Again, just so that it's easy that we can just wipe everything down. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. Yeah, I will see you soon. I'm just going to start making the cushions for the lounge area. So it's actually easier to buy 2 single mattresses. This is medium density foam. I think it's 70 mil or 50 mil, I'm not sure, for the backs of the cushion. So I'm just going to cut that out to shape, and then we'll make our own covers. And this is mattress 2. This is a single mattress, high density foam, 100 mil for the bases. So I've cut out the backs, so this is for the bases. Before the electrician turned up, Cam actually installed all the fuses and fuse boxes and switches on the switchboard, just to make it really simple and easy, and it just fits up above the dining area. So this is Cam starting to mount our electrical board. He's kind of mounted everything. He's going to put like a door on the front of this cabinet, so it's all hidden away nicely. We're getting the electrician to come in this weekend to actually hook everything up, which will be good. He's also started wiring here. We've got a water gauge, a 12-volt outlet, and the temperature control for the hot water system. Good morning, everyone. It's really, really early on Saturday morning, and we've got the electrician coming to hook up the inverter and the batteries and the solar panels today. So I just thought I'd quickly show you what Cam's done to get everything ready for the setup. So, as you can see here, he's kind of like semi-wired this is like the switchboard panel. So this is all the 12-volt stuff, and then up here is 240. He'll be able to go into it in more detail. Here is our inverter, which slots down into that hole there. We have the battery monitor, the battery charger. We've got the fuses here for the 240-volt stuff. Under here, we've already showed you before, are our batteries. That's all going to get hooked up today, which is really exciting, so we'll be able to use some lights. I'll also just show you down here. So Cam has actually wired the 12-volt outlets. So we've got some 12-volt outlets here that have the USB chargers in them. And we do have the 240-volt outlets here as well. Just thought I'd quickly add that. So in Australia, it's law that you cannot, unless you're a licensed electrician, you can't actually wire the 240-volt yourself. So Cam's done all the 12-volt, and that's why we're getting the electrician to come and actually properly hook up all the 240-volt for us. Okay, so this is just an update from yesterday with the electrician come in and start to hook most up. We couldn't get everything 100% connected, just because there was a couple of pieces we've just got to order in. You can see here that the battery monitor is on. He's connected all the 240 volt. Cam's gonna wire all these 12 volt things up over the next couple of days. And in here, you can see that is all the 240 volt connections. So in there, that's our inverter, battery monitor, batteries obviously, and then there are all the fuses and connections. You can't really see, but back there we actually have an earth cable that will be bolted down to the chassis, just for some extra security. I just thought I'd update with my foam cutting situation. So I cut all the pieces of foam out of those 2 single mattresses. So we've got 2 kind of bases and then the backs. This is where the inverter is, so there's a box that sits over that. Now what I've realized is I actually cut them exactly to the measurements of the seats, not allowing for the thickness of the material, or here where they're actually going to butt up. And then here we've actually got like a few little lips, so I've actually got to kind of cut them down a bit, probably just like a couple of centimeters here or there, to make them fit perfect. And then I'm going to make a pattern so I can start making up the material. But they're pretty comfy. And also another little update with the cabinetry. So Cam has finished these top cabinets along this side. He's put an end piece on here and we're just making the doors. And as soon as they're finished being built, I'll varnish them so we can actually get them installed. I've also finished varnishing the countertop. So this is a bamboo countertop that we did in the Cabot's food grade polish. So I've done the little one and then this is the big countertop. Let me move this. Okay, so this is the big countertop that's finished being varnished. So cutouts for the sink and then the cooktop. You can see the cabinets that Cam has started installing and the power points. So I just wanted to show you this. So this is actually the bin setup that we actually had in our house in Sydney. So it has 2 bins in here, and the way that Cam's built the cabinets is so that we can actually have it installed in the van. So the front one is got a bin for garbage and the back one will be for recycling. It's just so handy to have it just goes in and out like that. So I'm very happy that he's put provisions in to have that in the van. Amazing.
The pneumatic strut stays. It's like a gas strut, and it basically is just filled with air, and when you compress it, it closes the door, but when you open the door it decompresses and opens and then stays in position.
Like that. So we've actually ended up with 4 different surfaces in the van. We've got the plywood tongue and groove that we're just going to varnish naturally. We've got the pine tongue and groove on the ceiling, which I whitewashed earlier. And then we've got this, I guess it's pine wood wall sheeting, and it's already got the grooves in. I'm going to paint this white, just to kind of give a bit more texture in the van, and then the other surface we've got is the doors, which we don't know what they are yet. So I'm going to get started painting and then we'll go varnishing. And Cam's just installed the sink and the cooktop, which is really exciting, so I'll be able to start tiling the splashback pretty soon. So just a quick update with the doors. These are the doors for the cabinets that Cam's built to go along here. I've been varnishing and sanding them. I've done 2 coats and I'll probably do another 2 more. So this was actually leftover pine tongue and groove that Cam's kind of just buttered together and then just put some edging around. So it matches the bathroom and will just give some more texture to the van. I've also started painting the insides of the cabinets. I'm just doing the roof and the back white, just so it's a bit easier to find stuff and a bit brighter. I've finished painting these back panels, as you can see, and I've also started varnishing these really cute wood trims that Cam's built. It's all coming together really nicely. Just one other little addition. So Cam's, we had leftover melamine from building out the kitchen. So Cam's built this little box around the gas box inside the garage. So you can see it in there. Just tidies everything off nicely. It's a very exciting day for us today because we have power in the van. So all the electrics have been hooked up. You can see here. We will go into more detail in a separate vlog just about the electrical system, but you can see all of our lights are working. We have our max air fans working, so they go on. It's not open at the moment because it's a bit cold and rainy outside, but then you click this and they slow down and reverse to go the other way. That's exciting. And then we also have our fans next to our bed, the Sirocco swivel fan, so they are working as well, which is amazingly exciting. We also have our LED strips, but they are here and Cam's just about to mount them over the beds. Thank you so much for tuning into part 3 of our van build. So part 4, we're going to go into heaps of detail about our electrical rundown. So we'll do a full rundown of the solar, the battery system we're running, inverter, everything that's been hooked up, and how we're going to run everything when we are on the road. So that will be part 4. We would love you to stay tuned. So if you subscribe and hit the little red bell, you'll get notified when that goes live. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram. It's at 6reasonswhy_travel blog. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.